a mature perspective on female pleasure. Today, we're discussing a topic that only men with life experience and maturity truly comprehend about women. At this point in your life, you've realized that female pleasure isn't as simple as what you were told in your younger years. It extends beyond the physical and combines emotions, sensations, and, most importantly, a meaningful connection. If you're here, it's because you're eager to improve, expand your knowledge, and deepen your understanding to transform your intimate experiences. Even in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, you can uncover astonishing insights about pleasure that likely eluded you in your youth. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will revolutionize how you think about sex, attraction, and intimacy. 1. Understanding the secret of female pleasure. Let's begin with one of the most profound discoveries. Female pleasure has a secret that many younger men miss, but one that mature men like you are beginning to uncover. This secret revolves around the clitoris, an organ that may seem small and mysterious, but holds immense importance. Over time, you've likely come to understand that what's truly significant isn't always immediately obvious. This principle applies here more than ever. Consider how, in our youth, we often paid attention to the loudest, most dominant instruments in our musical piece, like the bass or drums, assuming they were the key to the melody. But as we age, we develop an appreciation for the softer, subtler instruments, like the violin, that bring the composition to life. In the context of female pleasure, the clitoris plays this crucial, understated role. A conversation with a friend once gave me a valuable insight. It's not about rushing to the climax. It's about feeling seen, heard, and understood. This perspective reaches far beyond physical intimacy. Women, in many cases, experience pleasure differently from men. For them, the journey often holds as much importance as the destination. This is where the clitoris becomes essential, and your maturity as a man offers a significant advantage. For years, societal messages have focused on penetration as the primary path to female pleasure. While this is one component, it doesn't tell the full story. Research shows that around 75% of women need direct clitoral stimulation to achieve orgasm. This doesn't mean vaginal orgasms aren't important, but the clitoris, equipped with over 8,000 nerve endings, solely designed for pleasure, deserves special attention. Here's where your maturity makes a difference: patience and attentiveness. Younger men often rush toward the finish line as if sex were a sprint. In contrast, you understand that true pleasure is found in the journey, in the pauses, and in the shared moments of connection. By taking the time to explore her erogenous zones and observing how her body responds, you unlock a deeper understanding of what truly excites her. Imagine a safe before you. Forcing it open won't work. Each one has a unique combination, and the only way to unlock it is by carefully turning the dial, listening for clicks, and paying close attention. Female pleasure functions similarly. It requires patience, curiosity, and a willingness to explore without assumptions. Over time, you'll realize that every woman is unique. with her own desires and preferences. This makes this stage of life especially fulfilling. It's no longer about impressing anyone or proving yourself. It's about fostering a genuine connection. The sensitivity and understanding you've developed over the years allow you to focus on what truly matters to her. While the clitoris is just one part of the equation, it opens the door to a level of pleasure you may have overlooked earlier in life. One lesson stands out. Mature men hold a powerful advantage. They know that intimacy isn't about speed or strength, but about presence and care. This wisdom is what distinguishes men from boys. A woman will never forget a man who listens, takes his time, and truly cares about her experience. 2. Elevating oral intimacy. Now, let's delve into a subject that can turn an ordinary experience into one your partner cherishes forever: oral intimacy. This is an area where maturity and life experience offer a clear advantage. Speaking as a woman, I can tell you there is nothing more empowering than feeling your partner's complete focus on your pleasure. Now let's delve into a subject that can turn an ordinary experience on your pleasure nothing. First, understand that oral intimacy isn't about racing to a specific goal. Mature men excel here because they realize that anticipation is a critical element of pleasure. Oral intimacy, like any other form of connection, requires communication, patience, and keen attentiveness. It's not solely about technique. It's about how you respond to your partner's signals and sensations throughout the experience. Consider it like playing a stringed instrument. If you press too hard or too lightly, the melody won't sound right. You need to adapt to your partner's responses, find the rhythm, and adjust intensity based on her cues. Every woman is different. There's no universal formula. What sets successful men apart is their ability to listen with their senses and adjust to their partner's unique needs. When it comes to technique, slow and steady movements are often underestimated, but incredibly effective. Constantly changing speed or switching actions can be counterproductive. Most women prefer consistent, deliberate rhythms. This doesn't mean you can't be creative. Most women prefer consistent, deliberate rhythms. This doesn't mean you can't be creative. Maintaining contrition, steady, and patient. Your tongue is one of your greatest assets. Gentle, circular, and firm motions are highly effective. And not just on the clitoris. Pay attention to other erogenous zones, often overlooked, like the inner thighs, lower abdomen, and hips. These areas heighten sensitivity and set the stage for deeper pleasure. Remember, the path to climax isn't linear. It's a journey meant to be savored. Here's a useful tip. Many women enjoy simultaneous stimulation. For instance, while engaging in oral intimacy, use your hands to gently massage other sensitive areas. Skin becomes highly receptive, and combining multiple forms of touch can elevate the experience significantly. Finally, communication is key, though it should be approached with subtlety. don't hesitate to ask what feels good or if she prefers a specific action. Simple questions like, "Does this feel good?" or "Would you like me to keep going?" show that you're attuned to her needs and willing to adapt. The power of timing and presence in intimacy. Choosing the right moment to show care and attentiveness allows you to adjust your approach in real time. Every woman is unique, and what works well on one occasion may not be effective the next time. The skill of a great lover lies in adapting to the moment, not relying on a memorized set of techniques. Let me share a personal anecdote. A friend once told me what surprised her most about her partner was his lack of urgency. That simple quality made their experiences more intense and profound. She could tell he was enjoying every moment as much as she was, and every action felt intentional. That level of presence transforms everything. Mature men understand that intimacy is not about rushing to complete a task. It's about creating a shared experience where both partners are fully immersed. Your patience and undivided attention can elevate what might otherwise be ordinary into an explosion of sensations for her. This is how a connection forms that goes beyond the physical. When she senses that you are completely present and savoring the journey as much as she is, it deepens the bond. To summarize, take your time, maintain a consistent rhythm, engage all your senses, and, most importantly, communicate. These elements turn oral intimacy into something far beyond a physical technique, creating one of the most pleasurable and unforgettable experiences you can share with your partner. Emotional connection, the true heart of intimacy. When thinking about intimacy, the orgasm is often considered the ultimate goal, the grand finale. However, mature men understand something younger men often overlook. True satisfaction doesn't stem solely from reaching a climax, but from the emotional connection built throughout the experience. This bond transforms every aspect of intimacy, giving it deeper meaning. Picture sex as a tango. If you only focus on completing the dance, you'll miss the magic, the movements, the closeness, and the harmony created between two people. The passion isn't in the final step, but in the way each moment is experienced together. While the orgasm is an important aspect, real fulfillment comes from the emotional connection nurtured along the way. Many men overlook this, but with experience, you've come to realize that making a woman feel understood and emotionally connected is the most powerful element of intimacy. This connection strengthens the physical bond and fosters a deeper relationship when she feels heard, valued, and supported. Not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally, the pleasure becomes far greater than any singular moment of climax. In fact, many women find more enjoyment in the anticipation and build-up than in the act itself. Foreplay, for example, is more than just physical preparation. It's an opportunity to strengthen the emotional bond and align both partners in a shared rhythm. Take, for instance, the Carezza method, which emphasizes intimacy without focusing on the orgasm as the main goal. It's about savoring every touch and every moment without feeling the pressure to achieve a climax quickly. This is where a mature man stands out. You understand that connection takes time, built through honest conversations, trust, and making your partner feel safe and appreciated. When a woman feels emotionally connected, her body responds with much greater intensity. Emotional connection is the true foundation of intimacy. Studies from institutions like the University of Toronto have revealed that couples with stronger emotional bonds report greater satisfaction in their intimate lives. Many of these couples noted that the orgasm ceased to be their primary focus. Instead, the emotional presence during intimacy became the defining factor. This connection is even more critical in long-term relationships. Keeping passion alive after years together can be a challenge, but the key lies in understanding that foreplay begins well before the bedroom. Small, meaningful interactions throughout the day, showing love, desire, and understanding, are just as impactful as any technique in bed. A kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or a tender touch can all build anticipation and deepen connection. As a mature man, you have the advantage of experience. You know that intimacy isn't just about physical connection, but about emotional alignment. When both partners are emotionally in sync, pleasure becomes a shared experience rather than an individual pursuit. Trust me, this level of connection leaves a lasting impression far more memorable than any singular orgasm. To enhance your intimate life, focus on cultivating emotional closeness. Make her feel valued, cherished, and heard in every interaction. When you do this, not only will your physical connection improve, but you'll also create a more satisfying intimacy that transcends the physical. The orgasm might be a wonderful ending, but the emotional connection is what makes the journey unforgettable. Breaking myths about sexuality. The realm of intimacy is riddled with myths, many of which have persisted for years and contributed to widespread misunderstandings about female pleasure. But if you're reading this, it's because you're ready to move beyond those misconceptions and embrace the truth. Mature men like you understand that the foundation of a fulfilling intimate life lies in staying informed and rejecting false beliefs. One of the most pervasive myths is that penetration is the only way for a woman to achieve orgasm. While we've touched on this earlier, it's worth reiterating. The majority of women do not climax through penetration alone. For most, direct clitoral stimulation is essential for reaching orgasm. Moreover, every woman's body is unique, and their paths to pleasure vary. Believing that penetration is the key to every woman's satisfaction limits both your experience and hers. Another misleading myth is the notion that women are less sexual than men. This couldn't be further from the truth. Women's sexual desires are just as strong as men's, though they may express them differently. Women often crave emotional connection, meaningful details, and the right context to fully experience intimacy. This doesn't mean their desire is any less potent. It's simply more nuanced, If you're not paying attention to the subtle cues your partner provides, you might mistakenly interpret her lower libido as disinterest, when in reality, she might just need to feel emotionally aligned for her desire to surface. A third misconception is the belief that women experience pleasure in the same way men do. Physically, men and women respond differently, which shapes their experiences of intimacy. Men often have a more direct and rapid response, while women typically enjoy a gradual buildup of sensations. This is why foreplay is so essential, not merely as a warm-up, but as a way to create an environment of comfort and desire. Here's a vital truth. Many women enjoy foreplay just as much as, or sometimes more than, the main act itself. It's an opportunity to deepen connection, foster desire, and set the stage for an even more fulfilling experience. Breaking the myths around intimacy. Letting go of the idea that an orgasm is the ultimate goal can lead to a richer and longer lastingly intimate connection. Another common misconception we need to address is the belief that sexual desire diminishes with age. While hormonal changes are inevitable, sexual desire can remain strong or even increase in mature relationships. Women in their 40s, 50s, and beyond can continue to enjoy an active, fulfilling sex life, provided they feel both emotionally and physically connected. In fact, many women report that sex becomes more satisfying with age, as they are no longer burdened by the pressures they faced when they were younger. Lastly, there's the myth of physical perfection. Many believe that women are overly concerned about their partner's appearance during intimacy. While feeling attractive matters to everyone, what truly resonates with women is the confidence and attitude you bring. A flawless body or a scripted set of moves isn't what makes someone a great lover. What truly matters is being present, focusing on their needs, and taking the time to explore what makes your partner feel desired and at ease. Challenging these myths not only enhances your sex life, but also releases you from unrealistic expectations that can cause frustration or anxiety. By understanding your partner's body and mind, you can foster a deeper, more authentic connection. Remember, a man who is informed and attentive exudes confidence, which is inherently attractive. If you still hold on to any misconceptions, now is the time to let them go and embrace the truth about how women truly experience and enjoy intimacy. 5. The science of attraction. How scent and style play a role. Attraction extends beyond what meets the eye. While physical appearance is important, many men overlook the profound impact of elements like natural scent and personal style on how women perceive them. Science supports this, and understanding these factors can give you an advantage. Let's start with scent. This isn't just about the cologne you wear, but also your natural body odor. Research conducted by the Monell Chemical Senses Center shows that smell plays a significant role in sexual attraction, particularly for women. Pheromones, chemical signals naturally emitted by the body, can subtly influence how others perceive you. While pheromones are beyond your control, maintaining excellent hygiene and selecting a cologne that complements your natural scent can make a lasting impression. Subtle, understated fragrances often have a more appealing effect than overpowering ones. Now, let's talk about personal care. Mature men understand better than younger ones that how you present yourself has a major influence on attraction. You don't need a perfect physique to be attractive, but taking care of your appearance signals that you value yourself, which is inherently appealing. Maintaining a neat haircut, wearing clothes that fit well, and staying physically active are small yet impactful steps that won't go unnoticed. Style isn't just about the clothes you wear, it's about how you carry yourself. Women appreciate confidence, and your personal style can reflect that. It's not about keeping up with trends, but projecting self-assurance through your appearance. Here's an intriguing finding. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology revealed that self-confidence is one of the most attractive traits to women, often more so than physical looks. Your lifestyle also shapes how you're perceived. Living actively, prioritizing health, and pursuing passions outside the relationship make you appear dynamic and intriguing. Regular exercise not only keeps you fit, but also boosts testosterone, which can enhance your energy and appeal. Additionally, exercise improves your mood and lowers stress levels, creating a relaxed and positive demeanor that women find appealing. Body language is another essential yet often overlooked factor. The way you move, stand, and maintain eye contact can be just as alluring as your words. Confidence without arrogance is key. Maintain an open posture, walk with purpose, and most importantly, smile genuinely. These subtle but powerful signals demonstrate self-assurance. If you want to successfully attract someone, don't underestimate the influence of these small details. Your scent, personal style, and body language all contribute significantly to attraction. The best part? These are aspects you can control without drastic changes. By focusing on self-care and projecting confidence, you'll naturally cultivate a deeper and more genuine connection. Remember, these are aspects you can control without drastic change. Women look for qualities that convey confidence, self-respect, and authenticity. Traits that, as a mature man, you've likely already developed. Use this to your advantage. 6. The power of imagination and creativity in intimacy. By now, you've realized that monotony is a silent threat to any relationship, and this is especially true in intimacy. This is where creativity and imagination come into play, offering ways to reignite your connection with your partner and keep the passion alive even after years together. As a mature man, your experiences have taught you that intimacy isn't just a physical act. It's also deeply rooted in the mind. Imagination and creativity aren't just tools to sustain interest. They are pathways to deeper intimacy. Introducing new elements, whether physical or emotional, can transform the dynamic of your relationship. When I mention fantasy, I don't mean elaborate or over-the-top scenarios. Sometimes simply sharing a desire or thought you've never expressed before can open new doors. Women, like men, have fantasies and desires, but they may not always feel comfortable sharing them. Your experience gives you an edge here. You know how to listen, when to bring up new ideas, and how to create an atmosphere of trust. Many long-term couples discover that even small changes in their routine can make a significant impact. Something as simple as altering your setting can breathe new life into your connection. This doesn't require an exotic location or an elaborate plan. It's about breaking free from the ordinary and creating a fresh experience together. Rediscovering intimacy through creativity. Sometimes simply changing the pace or altering the usual setting can make intimacy feel completely fresh and exciting. It could be as simple as breaking free from your regular routines and dedicating more time to foreplay, using words to build desire even before any physical touch begins. Another way to introduce creativity is by exploring different positions with light or sound. This doesn't mean attempting acrobatics, but adding variety can reignite a sense of novelty and show your partner something important, that you still have the energy and enthusiasm to explore together. Women value when a man remains curious and committed to discovering new ways to connect, as it demonstrates dedication to the relationship. One often overlooked tip is the power of shared fantasies. If there's something you've both wanted to try, now is the perfect time to discuss it. Communication is essential, and as a mature man, you understand that creating a safe and open environment for these conversations can elevate intimacy to new heights. By talking openly about fantasies, you not only pave the way for new experiences, but also build trust and strengthen your bond. Exploring creativity in intimacy doesn't have to involve elaborate actions or dramatic changes. Sometimes, small surprises can reignite passion, whether it's experimenting with a new touch or changing the tempo of an encounter. These seemingly minor gestures can have a profound impact. Another area many men overlook is the power of engaging the senses. Playing with sight, touch, and sound can enhance creativity in the bedroom. For example, adjusting the lighting or adding music can completely transform the atmosphere. These details might seem insignificant, but they help create an environment where both partners feel free to explore and enjoy. As a mature man, you have an incredible advantage. You're no longer fixated solely on the outcome. You understand that the journey toward pleasure is what enriches a relationship. Using creativity to make every encounter distinct and memorable shows your commitment to nurturing your connection without falling into monotony. To sum up, don't underestimate the role of imagination and creativity. Keeping intimacy alive isn't just about technical skills. It's about maintaining a sense of playfulness and fostering connection. With your experience, you know when to innovate, when to surprise, and how to make each moment special. Keep exploring, keep suggesting, and remember that imagination is one of the most powerful ingredients in building desire. 7. The truth of hypnosis, signs and wonders. Truth about intimacy after 50, a new beginning. Here's a truth many people don't tell you. Intimacy doesn't end when the gray hairs start to show. In fact, it often becomes even better. Sure, the body changes with age, but that doesn't mean desire or satisfaction has to diminish. As a mature man, you already know that age brings something invaluable: experience, patience, and the ability to laugh at yourself. And believe it or not, these qualities are just as attractive as a toned body. Now, let's get real. Over the years, your body may start sending you reminders of its age. Erections might not come as easily as they did in your 20s, and fatigue might creep in a little sooner. But here's the thing: your sex life doesn't have to slow down. It just needs a few smart adjustments. First, let's address a topic many men avoid: health. Staying physically active isn't just great for your heart, it's essential for a satisfying sex life. Research from Harvard Medical School has shown that regular exercise helps maintain erectile function and boost mood. If things feel a bit more challenging or not as firm, taking a brisk walk or hitting the gym can do wonders for your overall health and your intimate life. And if anyone asks why you're so dedicated to your workout routine, you can just smile knowingly